Two clubs tangle in Florida this Sunday morning, far from their training grounds in the shadows of the Wasatch Mountains and the heart of Mexico City. Today, an international test of talent at the Generation Adidas Cup in the U16 division. Real Salt Lake take the pitch against the storied tradition pageantry of Club America. Two academies with big ambitions clashing on the most significant stage of their young careers so far. These clubs are both vying for this trophy, this achievement, and they're off to a fabulous start in the pursuit of that. Both teams with a win to start their tournaments yesterday. Real Salt Lake looking to make it 2 wins in 2 days to start off their GA Cup. Kalen Carr, former MLS striker, alongside me, AJ Ricketts. Kalen, take a look at the starting 11.
Yeah, it'll be a 4-2-3-1 lining up for Real Salt Lake. And keep an eye in the middle of the pitch. Javier Martinez, the Mexican Youth International, going against Club America, so may have some familiar faces between them. Hashimoto, their top scorer, will be on that right flank, moved over from Sac Republic and has been absolutely flying this season for Real Salt Lake.
It's a 4-4-2. Roger Cristiano Benitez, the star striker up front. Club America and Real Salt Lake. Salt Lake will kick us off here in Bradenton, Florida. IMG Academy, day 2 of action and underway in a showcase of 2 proud player factories. Real Salt Lake's U16s meeting Mexico's legendary Club America. Club America coming off, Real Salt Lake with a 1-0 win over the very talented Philadelphia Union squad yesterday, while Club America picked up a 2-1 win against Tampa Bay United. So victory today, 3 points today, goes a long way for both sides in trying to advance the knockout stage.
Yeah, strong start for both sides, and I think the first day is often the most difficult, that first match of a tournament. So to already have your legs underneath you, I expect them to come out and see better all-around play across the tournament on day 2.
Can always be a lot of nerves, anticipation for that first match. That is now behind both of these clubs. Success in their pocket and looking to continue that today. What is another picture-perfect morning here in Florida. America trying to switch it over to the near side. Jorge Michael Munoz, you'll notice the triple-digit jerseys. It's American tradition. 2-digit jerseys often reserved just for first-team members. Here's Perez. Quick restart here. Real Salt Lake led by Van Parker up front. Looking to play it deep. They've unlocked something in the back third. Critical save, instinctive, denying the first goal of the match. Still with Salt Lake here, not out of the dangerous moment. Pushed back. Kai Hornung making the start today in the midfield. Now pushed far side. What a save there in goal from Mateo Luna. Real Salt Lake had broken through, had a clear 1v1 chance. Luna coming off his line to stand tall, and the foul committed there. So already a big moment, less than 3 minutes in.
And for me, this has been the best pass I've seen of the tournament. Peralta just laces this one, but it tails right into the path there of Parker up top for a one-on-one, and big time save there. But that pass, to be able to find it streaking in, it curls directly into his path, and good save there in the end to deny Parker.
The dream start denied here by Luna. Standing tall, Real Salt Lake. Parker, both these squads looking for 2 wins in 2 days to start off their GA Cups. Back 4 for Salt Lake today with Zavala, Georges, Mihov, and Thayer. They give it away though. And they'll let it roll back to Konstantinos Kariazis, originally from Italy. Ariazi's in goal for Salt Lake. Luna on the other side for Club America. Playing out of the back here now is Salt Lake. Warnung and Martinez trying to beat a significant combo in the midfield here today. A free kick now for Salt Lake after the foul by Tony Valdez.
Yeah, it's good hold-up play here from Parker as well. We saw in the first opportunity just prior, Peralta finding him in behind. This time, checks to feet, so important for young strikers to learn how to vary their runs, to come deep at times, and then also to keep defenses guessing by stretching the field in behind. Two early good moments there from Parker to begin this match.
So look at Jonah Georges, the Michigan native. He's quickly become a key figure in this Real Salt Lake midfield. Couple options here, whipped into the box, headed high. Still bouncing around here. Now a foul blows the play dead. It'll go the other way. So Club America isn't just one of Mexico's biggest club. They are the most decorated team in league history. Founded back in 1916 in Mexico City. Play in the historic Colossal Estadio Azteca, cathedral of football that has hosted 2 World Cup finals. Club America's lifted more league titles than anyone else in Mexico, 14 total. There are always expectations among the first team, year in and year out. Plenty of these U16s hope to be in the conversation for that moving forward.
Yeah, it's a massive club and probably the best supported in North America. And I played with one of the legends of Club America, Cuauhtemoc Blanco, his time in Chicago Fire and MLS, an absolute legend. And just saw the way that the América fans adored him. We went to Mexico a few times, and it's pretty much chaos just being around him, a rock star type circus traveling around the country. But one of the better experiences of my pro career, and it was all in preseason.
Right.
Came here as well to Florida with him, but yeah, playing for Club America, massive pressure and a huge honor with the heritage of that club.
Well, the list of players to wear that iconic yellow and blue, it's just a who's who of Mexican and international talent, whether Claudio Lopez, Miguel Pardo, even Memi Ochoa has had multiple stints as the club's goalkeeper, and their academy is no afterthought either. We're going to make a statement here in Florida this week. This is a hopeful cross, and another foul defensively will stifle the sequence. Doesn't matter whether it's El Super Clasico or a youth tournament here with the prestige of Generation Adidas Cup. When Club America steps on the pitch, there's a standard to their name. Nearly went down 1-0 though. Real Salt Lake had the first real chance today, 2 minutes in. Dan Parker, who excels in those one-on-one moments, maybe hesitated just a tad as he went to lock and load and put a shot on goal. Ambitious shot there off balance. Did have a bit of pace on it. Was blocked though. That was Luis Angel Ramos. His first shot this morning.
Yeah, good play there from Ramos to bring that down off his chest and immediately cut it across his defender. Nice turn here.
Using width here. Hunter Peralta along the flank. Crossing right towards the center of the pitch. Left his distribution short. That was a good look to Trujillo. He had some space now. Trying to play the through ball in to Benitez. Real Salt Lake head coach Jordan Allen, a former RSL homegrown player, really represents, exemplifies the club's commitment to developing talents their academy pipeline can produce. Joined their academy in 2011, had a standout season at University of Virginia, returned to Salt Lake in 2013, was the club's 6th homegrown player, made 50 appearances over 6 seasons. Transitioned into coaching and has had a fabulous time with the U16s. guiding this club. On the other side for Club America, Patricio Trevino, former Club America defender. Also spent time with Atletico San Luis. A lot of passion and pride for these colors for Trevino. Now about 9 minutes in, Real Salt Lake working a bit of possession here.
Yeah, this is a nice moment here. Passage of play from Real Salt Lake, and they've been going through Martinez, the number 33 in the middle of the pitch, often using him as that pivot to try to keep possession, keep rotating, and haven't found that sort of breakthrough to come through the lines as of yet, but good patient play there from Salt Lake in these few minutes.
Martinez joined the academy from South Valley Chivas. Had a nice performance recently at the Crown Plaza Elite Cup. Player to watch in the midfield, number 33. This is Hashimoto trying to locate Peralta. Cut off, but possession continues to roll with Salt Lake here. This is really good football here from Real Salt Lake. Continued spell of possession here, monopolizing it. 10 minutes in. Remember, 30-minute halves in these group stage matches in the U16s. And an interesting area here. America converges on it to take that away. Aside from Salt Lake, clearly on the front foot here in the first third of the half.
You're really confident in possession here, finding these little half spaces. Once again, here's Martinez looking to change the point of attack. Hashimoto has popped in, this time staying out wide. Just a lot of dynamic interchanging of positions.
Now to play for a throw for Salt Lake. Rivera trying to vie for it defensively. Miguel de Jesus Rivera. It's Rivera, Andoni Valdez, Salvador Valdez, and Jorge Michael Munoz, the back four of America today. Key sequence of this match so far. One-on-one save off his line by Mateo Luna, preventing an early strike from Salt Lake. That's sent towards the bubble in the palm trees, well off of the pitch. There's a look at Luna.
Yeah, he had to come up with that save there. It was a wonderful ball in behind it, and goalkeepers have to be alert in those moments to come off your line, play almost as that sort of extra man behind there to recognize the danger, to close the angle, and came up with a big save to keep this one level.
I mean, disconcerting to have that kind of a high adrenaline moment just over 100 seconds into the match. Prefer not to, but he was ready for it.
Absolutely.
Finally got another ball to get play restarted. Would have been a long hike over to that side road to retrieve it.
Yeah, well, keep an eye here on Luna in this position. We saw earlier on the set piece, he showed a little hesitation to come off his line from this dead ball situation. Now you can see Salt Lake running numbers right in front of him, playing short here.
First corner kick for either side this match, slipping on the pitch. Now recycled back in, headed down. The ensuing second ball is sent back towards the center circle.
You can just hear the manager here on Club America saying Orden, trying to keep their shape, their structure, to not press too high, just to stay compact, as Real Salt Lake have dominated possession and haven't been able to find that breakthrough as of yet.
Other than allowing that fantastic through ball, America's defense has been formidable, closing off angles. But they're playing a lot of this match in their back half. Out for a goal kick here. Talk about the first team up at the MLS level. Real Salt Lake's current season's been a bit of a roller coaster. Flashes of brilliance in moments, but not even consistency as well. Remember 2024 finished third in the West. Expectations were high. Western Conference semi-appearance. Currently sitting ninth in the West. We get it back here trying to find any room for a shot. Good ball to the far side. Quick burst towards the inline. Hopeful cross. Sent away. Now Benitez. Hasn't touched it in a couple of moments. There's a foul. It'll go the other way.
Yeah, it's a good back press there from Hashimoto to come do a little bit of the dirty work. It's a good hold-up play on the first one, but then needs to release just a little bit quicker. You can see now bringing numbers with Martinez, and then Hashimoto comes across and is able to win back possession.
Just a little bit of frustration shown there by Benitez. The star striker of this Club America squad. This Mexican side coming off a 2-1 win against Tampa Bay United yesterday. Good confidence on the ball right now here from Salt Lake. This is the type of match they want to play here early on. Martinez getting the foul there. Be a free kick here for Club America. And throw into Real Salt Lake. Real Salt Lake U15s last year had a nice run here at the GA Cup. A pair of back-to-back wins in their second and third game. Advanced to the round of 16. Like New York Red Bull. Lost in the penalty shootout. Looking to advance a little further this year. Again, different divisions now, U16 and U18. Number of players back for another crack at it. America trying to put something together here, finding difficulty unlocking this Real Salt Lake defense. They've really been on the ball. Sliding challenge from Benitez sends it out of play.
Yeah, good battle so far in this one. You can tell Club America is not accustomed to being against the ball as much, and Salt Lake have done a good job of dominating possession really in these early moments, and seem to bring in a little bit of frustration from the America side that has looked to condense space, but for the most part, Salt Lake have looked comfortable.
Yeah, Luis Alberto Castaneda, a quick conversation with the official there. He thought Salt Lake going down a little bit too easy on that most recent challenge. A number of fouls here on Club America over the last 5 or 6 minutes. Here's Peralta again on the flank, cutting inside. Peralta will let one go. Curling just over the bar. Ambitious, but ultimately a very close effort there from Peralta.
Yeah, we saw the technique he had on the ball and behind to Parker, and starts off with Hashimoto dribbling across from that right flank, really comfortable, and then picks out his other side winger and then tucks in, just creates a little bit of space there, has eyes for that top corner, but unable to get on top of that one. Good interchanging of positions from both wingers tucking in.
Peralta, one of the more promising players on this Real Salt Lake roster, originally from Hawaii. He's been instrumental in this development pipeline for the program. Also had a very nice stint at the Crown Plaza Elite Cup in Denmark against high-level European competition. So 2 shots now for Real Salt Lake here in the first half, looking to locate Van Parker once more.
Yeah, and Salt Lake have done a really good job with their academy as far as identifying players that may not be specifically in their region. And that's been a characteristic of them throughout time, where they can say, hey, come in, we have this incredible facilities, be a part of this program, see the style of play good football, attractive soccer, and there's probably no better example of that than Diego Luna.
Another shot ripped, parried away. Fantastic save. Corner kick, Salt Lake. They're peppering the goal right now.
And it comes off a throw-in. It's just a simple play. It goes right back to the thrower who took that one, which is often the most dangerous player because you take eyes off him.
Luna continues to be called into action. This is curled around. Nobody on the end of it. Salt Lake wants another corner. It will be a goal kick instead. Yeah, to your point about the strong track record of academy products from this Real Salt Lake organization. I think Justin Glad, right, over 200 MLS appearances. He rose through the academy. He's represented the United States, various youth international levels. Carlos Salcedo, Brooks Lennon developed in Real Salt Lake system before moving to Liverpool. Of course, plenty of time with Atlanta United now. Yep. Corey Baird, MLS Rookie of the Year. Right?
I like that one. Bofo Salcedo, also another one, has played in Salt Lake as well as Liga MX.
Aaron Herrera as well. Yeah, captain of the U.S. national team.
There's been a number of good ones, but Diego Luna to me is the special one that has set the league on fire as of late. And just to be 21 years old and do what he's doing, you can see why Mauricio Pochettino has got eyes on him and he's built his way into the national team.
Him to play.
Absolutely.
Just can't sit him the way he's been producing. He's made a case for himself.
Yeah, and it's of course it's the quality and the technique, but I think for me the personality is something that is special with Luna, and something that if you're a young player coming here, there's so much talent across Generation Adidas Cup, but it's a unique formula when you think of who's going to make it out of this, from playing at GA Cup to then playing with the first team with Club America and Real Salt Lake, and then even the international team. So much of that comes down to the mental makeup of a player and not necessarily just only the technique.
Mateo Luna has kept his club in this. Here's a look at the most recent save.
Yeah, we got the behind the goal cam here to get some nice perspective, but look at that right hand. A great stretch there from Luna to keep it out of the back of the net.
That is fantastic goalkeeping. He's called into action in a different variety of perilous sequences, right? The one-on-one chance, that one full extension right there. I'll tell you what, he probably doesn't want to be under this much pressure, but he's adding some clips to his highlight tape for all those coaches on the first team to take a look at.
Yeah, I don't know how many goalkeepers like to have those type of highlights, or at least that, as you mentioned, that pressure. But Salt Lake have done a good job of keeping those shots on frame.
Come to this competition to show that you're one of the best around the world. Prove yourself against high-level competition. He's doing that today. Nice takeaway there by Benitez. It's been held in check, though, this morning. Now, 2 defenders on him in the corner, trying to work his way through. He does earn a corner kick.
Yeah, it's really good there from Benitez. Didn't have a lot of options. They win the ball forward, and it's kind of pinned in with 2 men running onto him, and just as clever enough to use that end line as a friend and play it off the defender, allow his team to get a dangerous position here with the corner kick.
More on Benitez in just a moment after this corner kick. It's the first corner for Club America today. Lofted 10 yards away from the far post and then cleared away easily. Yeah, Benitez, not just a dynamic forward for this U16 squad, he carries a legacy in the organization. He's the son of the late Christian Chucho Benitez, the Ecuadorian international, former Club America star who lit up Liga MX as the yellow card issued here, first yellow of the game. And that'll stop play momentarily. Yeah, lit up the league before his tragic passing in 2013. So now Roger forging his own path, that same yellow and blue that his father wore. Already a youth champion is Benitez at the U14 level, had some key goals and big-time matches. He's got the name. He's also got the footwork, the instincts, and the fire. He said in interviews before, and this is part of my motivation to reach the first team, to honor the legacy of my dad. He's off to a great start doing that. Yeah,
that's an incredible story. And I've seen just in its early moments of this match the way he's been able to bring other players in, hold up play. Had to go against the ball primarily, but he's had some really bright moments so far, and I need to continue to try to target him.
Another shot ripped, this one wide. Did take, I thought it took a deflection. Nope, it'll be goal kick. Benitez was awarded, or given that yellow card, I should say, was the recipient of that. George is making things difficult for Benitez, though, in every sequence. That one trickles to the near side. Flag is up, though. Munoz is playing forward from his right back spot. Mistimed it.
Yeah, we haven't seen Munoz get in too many advanced positions so far, but that is a key part of their match plan, is to try to unlock him and send him down this right flank. Just timing a little bit off there in the end.
Yeah, Munoz, national team defender who made his debut last November. They're very high on his promise, that fullback spot. Trying to add some presence to the attack here today, which has been fairly quiet for Club America. What has Real Salt Lake done well throughout the course of this first half to control the proceedings here, Kid?
I really just think it's with the ball. You can see how clean they are. Every time that Club America steps out and tries to press, it's been primarily Real Salt Lake have been able to play out of it, and really comes down to me with that midfield, the connective tissue that keeps showing for the ball and allows them to play out of pressure. Really good stuff so far in the beginning of this match from Hornung, Hashimoto tucking in, Martinez. Both been really good outlets.
From a Club America's side, they're hoping that Luna's big time saves while their side was treading water will be enough. And hopefully a second half reversal of personality and character on the pitch. Defensive minded here with Real Salt Lake continuing to put pressure on the Club America net here, but no score to come of it. 5 shots, no goals.
Yeah, but the distribution from the center backs has been really good. You can see continuing to look in those half spots. What a pass there from Martinez.
Some Salt Lake flair here. Lining up the shot was a split second late to allow the defender to get a foot in, but that will earn a corner kick.
It's really good stuff there from Salt Lake. They find this pass in to the interior space, and that behind the leg pass there from Martinez releases Hashimoto, who's playing in that half space, tucking in from his right-sided position. Left-footed player is immediately going to send you directly to net and takes a deflection for this corner kick.
Georgia sends away the corner in swinger. Trujillo the first to get ahead to it. That will roll towards the Salt Lake sideline. Looks like the boot came off there for a moment, trying to quickly get that back on. Salt Lake. And another ambitious cross in there, sent away. Still all sorts of issues getting the shoe back on here. They pause play for him. Now good to go. Not too much time remaining here in this first half. 29th minutes. Real Salt Lake and Club America. AJ Ricketts, former MLS striker for Houston and Chicago. Kalen Carr, glad to have you with us from Bradenton. Contact there, that's a foul on Salt Lake. Although, looks like Martinez took the worst of it, regardless. Martinez looks to be all right. Quickly sends that one out of play. What do you think the conversation of the half here for Club America will be from their coaching perspective?
I think just trying to get back on the ball a little bit. They've had to chase the game mostly and have been frustrated. You can see Real Salt Lake have done a really good job of, they lose the ball, winning it back quickly, and just the frustration, I think, is the other thing to manage. You can see a little bit as this half has gone on. Club America have not been able to control games. That's not something that they're accustomed to being, but full marks to Salt Lake, who have really dominated the possession, especially in this first half.
Yeah, this has been a demonstration of strength from Salt Lake from less than 2 minutes in, and it has not elicited a goal yet, but encouraging first half hour for the side from Utah. Throw in here for Club America. Just 1 minute of stoppage time. Both these teams coming off impressive performances in their Saturday affairs. And a 2-1 win for Club America against Tampa Bay United. 1-0 for Salt Lake over what is always an impressive Philadelphia Union squad, whatever level they bring to this tournament. Always competing for championships. Of course, the U17 winners last year. One final opportunity as the seconds tick down. Kiriazis will scoop that up, and that whistle will signify the end of the first half. Entertaining affair. Salt Lake nearly struck first in the second minute, but some key saves throughout that first half from Mateo Luna highlights the defensive effort for this side from Mexico City. 30 minutes in, we're at the half. Real Salt Lake and Club America, 0-0.
You ready? MLS is game on. Don't you? On. Stars on.
Kevin Sullivan, the history maker.
30,000 friends on. Rivalries on.
Versus New York City.
MLS, this is our soccer. Game on.
Halftime, day 2, first game here of 4 over the course of the second day of the Generation Adidas Cup at the IMG Academy. Real Salt Lake and Club America, no score through 30 minutes of play. Great to have you with us on the broadcast. AJ Ricketts, Kalen Carr, and it's a pleasure to be joined by the MLS Senior Vice President of Sporting Development, Ali Curtis. Ali, appreciate you taking some time with us. Great to have the GA Cup back underway once more, and the global talent has made their way to this tournament, one of the most prestigious across the sport of soccer. How good is it to have GA Cup back in action?
That's great. Day 2, so the weather's cooperating. Yeah. Great first day of games, and the second days are off to a really good kick, so it's great.
Oh, yeah, I would have dreamed of playing in a tournament like this growing up. I'm sure you'd feel the same. And getting access to, playing international teams, different styles. We're seeing right now Club America yesterday. We saw PSV. So much talent from across the world. What does it say about this tournament and this time to bring so many talented teams that want to be here for GA Cup?
Well, Generation Adidas Cup, I've been to it for years now. It's the best tournament, youth tournament in North America. It's one of the best in the world. It's great to have players and teams from all over the world. It's really great from a player development perspective, and then it's really great for the sport. So we're happy to bring it, this April, and it's gone really, really well.
You lead on-field innovation and a lot of the initiatives that MLS, MLS Next Pro, MLS Next, all levels of the sport are incorporating. Can you talk about the different initiatives that you're looking into, what you're trying to incorporate at different levels, and what they've resulted in the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think, as, not just players, but coaches and medical staff, you're always looking for clarity in terms of how you can develop and evolve and really be the best version of yourself. And so in terms of, from a Generation Adidas perspective, it's really the culmination of a lot of hard work from all the teams, all the programs, all the clubs. And you can see, from a very young age that a lot of these players are putting a lot of hard work into it. And then they'll find their way, along the pathway into Next Pro and then into MLS. So we've got a really good thing that's going on here, a great ecosystem that really can kind of cultivate the very best in youth soccer.
Ali, I still think of this is a tournament, right? Bragging rights. And MLS have shown out. The last 3 years, I believe 5 of the 6 champions across the age groups have come from MLS. What does it say about the investment that's come into the youth part of this league and what it's doing to bring players all the way up to the first team?
The MLS clubs are doing really well. Every year you see, teams and players and clubs taking an additional step in terms of what it needs to look like. The players are more technical, more tactical. They're stronger, they're faster. The clubs are very thoughtful about how they're approaching player development. And so to see the MLS clubs competing with some of the best international clubs in the world and doing well and winning games and also playing very well and putting on good performances is great. Adidas has really been a great partner in helping us put this tournament on in terms of their investment and how they view the sport. Not only are they investing in different ways, but they care about the sport. And you see that, for those that are here, that are watching on TV, it's been great. So, you were day 2 and looking forward to more games to come.
Yeah, you see that development that you're talking about from the team perspective. It's been really neat to see it from an individual standpoint as well. I see so many players, whether seeing them in Next or Next Pro, pretty soon earning first-team contracts, grown contracts. How much pride do you guys, the league, take in what you've been able to develop and see all these MLS academies and Next Pro teams send the next players at the first-team level?
It's exciting. The players have been putting in a lot of hard work, at the very young ages. The clubs put in a lot of hard work, and they're very thoughtful in terms of how they can really create spaces such that players can develop and be the best versions of themselves. And then also so that, the coaches and the medical staff and the referees and everyone that kind of touches the sport is positioned for success. And that's exciting. It's great to be part of it. Yesterday and today you see, difference makers here and there. I think when you're a young player, you really just want an opportunity to succeed and to shine. And it's Generation Adidas Cup, a tournament like this that really can bring out the best.
Well, this is one of the signature events in the sport, and great to have it underway. Ali Curtis, appreciate the time.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you.
We'll be right back after
Thanks,
this
Cameron.
as the Generation Adidas Cup rolls on from Bradenton.
I'm hanging on like a fridge to a magnet. It's a jigsaw with all the right pieces. You and me, we go good together. You and I go good together. You and I, we go good together. We go good together.
You ready? MLS is game on. Dochi? On. Stars on.
Kevin Sullivan, the history maker.
30,000 friends? On. Rivalries on.
Versus New York City.
MLS, this is our soccer. Game on.
This is the 2025 Generation Adidas Cup here in Bradenton, Florida. We are just about set to start second half action. Real Salt Lake and Club America, no score through 30 minutes. Right out of the gates though, Real Salt Lake, an attacking mindset. What a fabulous through ball here. Van Parker nearly had the opener.
Yeah, Peralta with one of the passes of the tournament for me to just put that with the laces right into the path of Parker, but a really good save from Luna, which is something we would get used to saying throughout the half. Another good strike from distance, but Luna stands up to the challenge, gets that big right hand up to parry it out wide.
Club America needed Mateo Luna at his absolute best in that first half. This could very easily be a 2 or 3-0 match. Instead, the side from Mexico City still very much in the proceedings here, but we'll have to make some adjustments, you'd think, tactically to generate a little bit more offense moving forward. AJ Ricketts, Kalen Carr with you here in Bradenton. We talked a little bit about it in the first half. It's Real Salt Lake's possession. That was their best defense.
Yeah, they were great on the ball and, so technical. Moving it from back to front in that midfield, for me, was the difference in the first half that gave Real Salt Lake the advantage over Club America. Just being able to play out of pressure, continuing to pick those passes, to play through the middle, and then they were able to find those wingers tucking in Peralta and Hashimoto in those half spaces, tucking in the break lines, and once they got it, they weren't able to find that final action through to Parker as of yet, but so far, really strong first half.
I'm not positive there was an issue with the initial ball that was used out of the half. They threw one of them away towards the sideline. Got a replacement. Maybe not inflated to preference.
Well, Generation Adidas Cup, there's no shortage of balls here. Yeah. So we have remedied the issue quickly here and going in the second half. I am interested to see how Club America approaches this. If they try to up the tempo a little bit, you can see now looks like a yellow card being shown to Benitez for delaying this restart, but I want to see how they came out. Started to see some signs of frustration as the first half went on, not being able to get a foothold in this match, and see here a little bit, just stepping their line of confrontation a little bit higher to see if they can generate something.
Wait, we say another yellow to Benitez was carded earlier, wasn't it?
I think that was actually ended up going to Munoz.
Oh, they changed it to Munoz, okay.
Yeah, so that would be a first for Benitez.
Or Castaneda, now we're hearing. Luis Alberto Castaneda.
All right, there it is.
So there we go. Castaneda and Benitez both on yellows for Club America. Yeah, I was about to say we don't want to see Benitez taken out of the match. He's the star. Did have a red at the end of our matches yesterday in the dying moments. DC United was unable to take advantage. Just one shot for Club America in that first half. Real Salt Lake with every intention of continuing the same script we saw in the first 30 minutes. They're a bit too aggressive there offensively. It was Andres Thur. Remember, if we're all leveled up after 60 minutes, we do go to a shootout to determine who gets the extra points. Nice sliding challenge there defensively, then hopping over the ensuing slide was Van Parker. Now the quick throw in. Cleared off the line for the moment. Great challenge on the other end. Georgis whips it out of play. Throw in though for Club America. And a steady spell of pressure for about 80% of this match from Real Salt Lake in the attacking half. America wants to spend more time in this side of the pitch. Nice little play on, and that's right into the arms of Kiriazis. Clever little pass that led to the shot. This is better for Club America.
Yeah, much better here. You see the combination play, a nice little outside of the right foot there, layoff from Benitez. A good strike from distance.
That's probably the best side from Mexico City has looked today offensively. Well, out of goal there, then a trip and a whistle. It's going to be a penalty for Club America. Kiriazis was off his line. Ended up making contact with Benitez. And what a development here.
Yeah, we talked about them stepping their line of confrontation in the second half, and this is exactly what comes from it. Wins the first ball. It's a really good tackle here to win that ball, and then in comes Benitez. Beats Kiriazis to the spot there and is left helpless. It's a clear penalty, and now, after being sort of under pressure throughout the entire first half, what a way to come out in the second half, and big opportunity to get the lead here.
Luis Angel Ramos at the spot. What a moment for Club America right now. 36th minute. Ramos from the spot, strikes it through. Club America takes a 1-0 lead. He has been one of the stars of this squad for years now. Pressure-packed moment, Ramos delivers.
Yeah, and he just opens the hip at the last minute, sends Kiriazis the wrong direction, and then shows the composure. Just see the way those hips just open at the last second, picks his side, and the celebrations ensue for Club America, who've been under pressure the entire match so far and come out in the second half with renewed energy, a higher line of confrontation, get rewarded in his first 5 minutes, and what a fantastic response coming out of halftime for America.
This has to be a disconcerting moment right now here for Real Salt Lake. They have dominated this match. They have been on the front foot. They have not been rewarded with a goal and now find themselves on the wrong side of a 1-0 scoreline. You get 3 points in this match, you are in a really good spot to move through to the knockout stage.
Yeah, but you see, even as a part of the club identity with Club America, just they seem to always find a way. They never really seem out of it. Even if it's not their best day, they're able to find a way to get results. And now I think the game suits them quite well. It can make it a bit scrappy. You can see the confidence has come into the team so far. So important few moments to see how Real Salt Lake recover from this.
It has felt like a A bit different of a match here since the resumption after the halftime break. Real Salt Lake looking for a quick response. Van Parker turns, dispossessed. Now flicked on to the near side. Jostling, battling. 1-on-2, out of play, a throw for Salt Lake. That was Ramos. Just a poor giveaway in a bad spot, costing Salt Lake in that moment with their keeper out of position. Nearly the answer right there. Diving save, it's into the net. Salt Lake, the flag is up. The flag is up on the near side. Salt Lake thought they had the leveler.
And we'll get a good look at this here where this ball is cut back. It's struck on goal. It's a great first kick save here, but clearly offside on the rebound. Looked like that was Van Parker, but good response here from Salt Lake to continue to press forward, and another really big-time save there from Luna.
That is twice now. Luna has had a huge block of Van Parker, who lined that up really well. The angle it was. That's a good turn along the end line. Cross is denied. Benitez looking to settle, get the other way. He's dispossessed immediately. And Luna will watch that roll out of play. Boy, Luna is the man of the match right now. Blue America, no doubt. It's Hashimoto and Real Salt Lake trying to will themselves to this first goal. It has not appeared.
Yeah, he's shown the range of his abilities with the saves. The one with the big right hand getting that stretch save in the first half and breakaway, and then this last one, good reaction save with his foot.
Flipping it forward, Benitez in the box, flag stays down, he's wide. That's the best opportunity Roger Benitez has had today. Couldn't quite get that one right.
Yeah, it's a lovely ball, just clipped in behind for him. He brings it down well to keep that momentum moving forward, but then as he searches for that back post, doesn't quite get the right contact.
Medina was in the right spot. Ramos, through ball, sent back. Now Real Salt Lake might have numbers if they can get beyond this initial line of pressure. Hashimoto and company advancing forward. Club America desperately tracking back. It's out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, but the second half has really opened up, but
yeah,
these first 5 to 10 minutes, just see how different it looks than the first half, with Real Salt Lake keeping possession, keeping control of this match, and then now having to chase it a little bit.
Club America absolutely have grown into this game. Plenty of ideas about them here in the second half, the first 10 minutes. Beginning to express themselves. Real Salt Lake nearly made it 1-1 moments ago. Again, putting it in a hopeful area, diving on top is Luna. And had some big moments during the regular season for this Club America side last year. Played in the Clausura playoffs, helped secure victories against Leon, Guadalajara, advanced to the championship. It's been in big moments before. It's a hold. And that's going to be the final warning for Ramos as well, the goal scorer. Next one may put him in the book. Zavala was trying to create some space with the turn there. He does draw the foul.
That's clever feet there from Zavala to twist and turn. Good body control to sense where the pressure was coming and to spin away from it. And now see a number of players coming forward for Salt Lake. It looks like it's going to be an outswinger, the left foot coming in.
Towards the near post, headed over it. Goal kick. It has been more even of a second half. Well, that's a poor pass back. Benitez got a foot to it. Fires towards goal, and he missed it wide again. Oh, a clear-cut chance off of the theft by Benitez. But it's still 1-0, and he would love that one back.
And it comes just from a direct ball coming forward, and see him allow it to drop. And then this right here is just too casual. Almost has to pay the price. Really alert play there from Benitez to win that one. And then right here, just gets it all wrong in the end. You can see the frustration, but excellent pressure there from Benitez.
We've seen a couple of those kind of sequences throughout the first 2 days here at the GA Cup. Opportunistic off a poor pass in the back third. It's led to a number of goals. Benitez nearly the latest one to contribute a tally. Salt Lake very fortuitous right now. Feels kind of strange. You could say Salt Lake deserves to have a 2-0 lead. You could say it could be 2-0 against them right now.
Well, yeah, it's been that type of game. Finishing hasn't quite been there for either side, and the goalkeeper play of Luna is a big part of why Salt Lake have not been able to find that breakthrough. But
well, trying to hit it over, just bouncing wide of the net. Well, that was ambitious. A good idea with Kriazis off his line, but that was misstruck. And have our first substitutions of the match as well. Real Salt Lake going to their bench. Nicholas Silva, who started yesterday, checking in. First sub for either side in this match. Benitez on the sideline, sprinting forward, great speed. Tracked down by Zavala. Laid off to the center of the pitch. One touch pass, shot ripped wide. And it was well off target in the end.
You can see Salt Lake just a little bit out of sorts in the second half. Simple passes, plays that generally come off for them, and it's given space for América to grow into the match. Of course, the goal brought some confidence in. You can see the combination play when they come in and tuck inside in these positions, but I'm sure Jordan Allen would say, hey, let's preach patience. 15 minutes left still. Plenty of time to try to find their way back in, but have to get back to the simple things right as far as keeping possession and being clean on the ball.
Club America going to their bench for the first time this morning as well. Andrea Garola will enter. Garola will enter for Benitez. Strong match from Benitez, who put himself in a number of advantageous moments throughout, particularly in the second half. Did not have the finishing touch today, but you see why this organization is so high on the young man.
Yeah, he was alert, too, and defensively, and sometimes as a striker, it's not always going to be the cleanest, but what can you bring to the team even in the absence of that? And I thought defensively, that's where he showed some of his acumen, mature performance, looking to win that one, drew the penalty, and really changed the complexion of this match.
Yeah, he helped change the feel for his side from Mexico City. No. Does not have the feel that Club America's wanting to sit back either. They're trying to press forward for a second. you seen any clear-cut adjustment made by the side of the second half? It's a completely different rhythm from the first 30 minutes.
I think it's really the line of confrontation. You can see just how much higher they are up the pitch, so when you win it, you're close to then go out and look to have shorter attacks.
Ramos, the goal scorer, on the penalty. And possession taken away. Good challenge. Every time Real Salt Lake gets to midfield right now, they're having a tough time getting any further. And if Club America can hold on here, what a good spirits Mateo Luna will be in. Stepped up to the challenge in the first half. Hasn't been as busy here in the second. No problems with that. This chipped to the 18, headed towards goal, and then sent right back. Second ball is flicked up in the air. Continues to be pinballed around. Sky-high kick from Salt Lake. Contact there outside the circle. Approaching the 49th minute. Time running out for Salt Lake. They thought they had the equalizer, but the flag went up. Van Parker has been denied twice by Luna. They possibly get a third high-level chance. Parker on the ball here to his right. Parker fires. It parried away again by Luna. This one didn't have as much pace behind it, but still a challenging play for Luna. 1-0 still. 7 shots now for Salt Lake on the morning.
Yeah, but it's much better to look for the outside areas to try and find a little more space against this America side that is very compact, and the cut back to Van Parker was right on there. Good opportunity from the top of the box.
That's who Salt Lake trying to find. This chested down towards the end line, sent our way towards the broadcast booth.
And you can see here now just the little cutback here, space is on and does the right thing, shooting through a crowd. It's difficult sometimes for the goalkeeper to track. It takes a slight deflection as well, and Luna does well to stay behind it.
Honestly, that's probably the easiest save of the 3 he's had on Parker. That still wasn't anything to scoff at. What might it take to unlock this Club America defense, which has grown in confidence over the course of this match? Made things more difficult for Salt Lake here in the second 30 minutes. Here's Peralta. Now Hashimoto. Off the outside of his foot. Now Peralta again. Plays it back. Martinez has had a nice game in the midfield. Creative passing and distribution. Zavala. Acceleration, speculative ball, gets through everybody. Chased down by Salt Lake first.
This is much better from Salt Lake. They're patient. They're playing side to side, waiting for their moment.
Parker couldn't cleanly bring that in. Tension continuing to rise for Real Salt Lake. Certainly won't be completely out of the proceedings if they do drop this match based on their win yesterday, but the path forward to the knockout round will be a little bit more adversarial. Put more pressure on tomorrow's match. Martinez getting it through here, looking for a shot. Clever move, shot put on goal. Oh, how good is that? How good is that? Rylan Hashimoto equalizes. It's 1-1 in the 52nd.
He's been setting this up all match, often tucking in on the left foot. That's his preferred option, but once it comes across to him, you can see the little shimmy going left and then cutting right. And how about this for a finish? Picking out that back post perfectly. He's patient, waiting in the far half space. When it comes across to him in these one-on-one positions, that's where Hashimoto is at his best. You just see him cutting across, setting it up one way, and then perfect finish. Bring Real Salt Lake right back in this.
How about the skill? How about the flair? How about the finish from Hashimoto here? creates space, avoids the defender, and for the first time, Matteo Luna lets one by him here this morning. Rylan Hashimoto, who joined from the Sacramento Republic Academy, where he was a standout there as well. Known for his technical proficiency, his tactical awareness, and obviously his finishing as well. 1-1 here with time running down in the second half. Club America scored on the penalty. It looked more formidable here in the second half. Critical play tracking back there by Munoz. Santiago Gutierrez has entered for Club America, as well as Santiago Baños. So Gutierrez and Baños, the two substitutes after that goal. Slipped out of the hands. Oh, that was nearly a dangerous, disastrous moment.
Once the goal, you can tell that Club America have been rattled a little bit because they're a much deeper position, sitting back. It's a great ball in.
Wow.
Almost a big opportunity as a striker. You always want to be optimistic, looking for anything that drops down. Luna's been excellent all night, but
what looked like catching practice was nearly a critical error. Pressing forward again, trying to thread it central, blocked out of play against the banners. It'll be a corner kick. Could Real Salt Lake pull this off? Down 1-0 with less than 10 minutes to play. They've tied it at 1, now pressing forward for a second. Fifteen players competing for it, right by the box, headed across. Oh, off the crossbar, inches away from glory. It remains 1-1.
Yeah, it's a really well-designed set piece here from Real Salt Lake. They bring numbers forward, but go to the back post here. And it's Martinez who does a good job squaring it across frame and right on the doorstep. I believe that's Mihoff right there, and unlucky to see that go off the crossbar.
This has turned into an engrossing match between Club America and Salt Lake. America right outside the box here. Long shot ripped, that's blocked. And Shot had some ideas about it. Would have been interesting to see where that ended up. Struck very cleanly instead of throw.
Yeah, Perez has the quality technically from distance to strike that on frame, and really good intervention to block that, not allow that to test Curiasis on net.
It's the fourth shot of the match today from America.
And they're going to set this one up, take their time with it, bring numbers forward. Bring forward Valdez, center back, looking for him. See if they can nick one here at the end.
Trujillo to take the free kick. 56th minute here in Bradenton. Six players in the box for Club America. Skips off the side netting. Harmless in the end. If we remain at 1-1, we'll have a shootout following. Foul on Club America. Salt Lake wanted a quick restart. Now it'll take a moment. Coming down to the wire here. Glad to have you with us on the MLS YouTube page. AJ Ricketts, Kalen Carr, 1-1. Played inside, quick turn, still one-on-one with back to goal. Van Parker to the end line. Speculative crosses right into the arms of Luna. Can't make any mistakes. Working out of the back now. Garola, the substitute. Over the top to the near side. Ramos, who scored on the penalty at the start of this half. Taken away. Good job on the ball. Kickoff and Thur have been strong today. And it looks like Real Salt Lake is going to make a substitution in goal here momentarily, right before the shootout. Pete Loveridge warmed up and on the sidelines. Maybe Salt Lake will get a second before that. This is played center. Club America closed down that angle quickly. 59th minute. Foul against Real Salt Lake. This sequence not entirely surprising, right? Some coaches prefer different keepers in there for a penalty shootout.
Yeah, especially with the going direct to pens, no extra time being played. Bring in a specialist, come in fresh. That's why you have a deep roster, especially in this age group. And that was a strong performance from Kyrgiasis. Conceded the penalty. Not much he could do. It was a good finish, but a little bit of a different wrinkle here from Jordan Allen.
Copa America making another substitution as well. Jareth Morales entering here in the 60th minute. He'll come in for Castro. Salvador Valdez, the center back. A little bit of confusion getting the substitution off. Checking the lineup cards. And you wonder if any of these substitutes will be one of the first 5 to line up for a penalty. Almost feels like a spot in the knockout rounds is going to be on the line with this shootout.
I think this has been one of the best matches we've seen so far in the tournament.
Is there one last chance for Real Salt Lake before getting there? Throw in here on the far side. Now the substitute will come in. We thought they were signaling to bring him in. Now Club America changing their mind here for this particular change. Gutierrez has come to midfield a couple of times now, ready to sub in, only to walk back to his bench.
Yeah, they may add a little bit extra on to the time added on from these last few substitutions.
His teammate was running off the pitch, and then his coach said, no, stay on.
Got to make the decision. You know, I think that's a big part of it, with not being able to have a player take a penalty if they're not on the pitch, and knowing who your team is, preparing like that coming into the tournament.
Oh, this is something here for Salt Lake out of play. They want a corner and put it in a great area. Instead, just a goal kick.
See Salt Lake just looking for one last chance, one last opportunity, cutting across frame just before. Just not able to get that one on frame to test Luna net.
It was Maxino off the bench, Puerto Rican Youth International. It's the 90 seconds left of stoppage time here. Thought that might be a foul on Club America, and that would have led to a free kick in a very dangerous spot. Still, though, a throw.
You can see it's a good header there, coming across, winning the ball as Parker was trying to find position. Those little details matter as you try to see out a match.
Silva nearly able to navigate his way around the defender, but that's off of Club America. Another throw in. Just about 30 seconds or so left until that 3rd minute of stoppage time. Are we destined for penalties? Did that cross the line before the clearance? Yes. Real Salt Lake will keep it in the zone. Whistle blows. We're heading to a penalty shootout to determine who gets the extra point here. What will be a critical points in the efforts to advance to the round of 16. Real Salt Lake and Club America knotted up at 1 apiece. Acosta scored from the spot in the 36th. Hashimoto with a moment of magic in the 52nd. The shootouts on the other side of this break.
Attracted, I'm hanging on like a fridge to a magnet. It's a jigsaw with all the right pieces. You and me, we go good together. You and I go good together. You and I, we go good together. We go good together.
You ready? MLS is game on. Don't you? On. Stars on.
Kevin Sullivan, the history maker.
30,000 friends on. Rivalries on.
Versus New York City.
MLS, this is our soccer. Game on.
Real Salt Lake and Club America preparing for penalties here. Critical sequence coming up to determine who will take the extra points in this group stage after both these sides picked up 3 yesterday in opening round wins. Glad to have you with us for the Generation Adidas Cup from Bradenton. Former MLS striker Kalen Carr. I'm AJ Ricketts. Great to have you with us for this first of 4 broadcasts today, and it has lived up to the billing. Great tension, particularly over the course of the second half. Real Salt Lake peppering the goal with shots all throughout this match. They find the net in the 52nd, and here we are in a shootout.
Yeah, it's been a really good game so far. I thought, to begin with, Real Salt Lake were able to take control of this match. Lovely ball in behind. One of the passes of the tournament for me, for Peralta to then spring in Van Parker, but unable to get past Luna. Good save there in the end, and this is where everything shifted. Second half, the line of confrontation came higher from Club America. A good pressure there from Benitez to win it, and then up to the spot steps Ramos coolly with the finish. Keep an eye on that for him getting another opportunity potentially here as we go to penalty kicks, but sometimes it takes a moment of magic to go off script, and yes, the passing, the possession was there from Real Salt Lake, but sometimes you need someone to just come up with an individual moment of brilliance, and what a strike here from Hashimoto. Gets sized up one-on-one, fakes left, cuts right, and how about that for a finish?
One final chance for Real Salt Lake. It was inches away, just off the crossbar, nearly completed the comeback with that. But it skips off agonizingly. And we are in kicks from the spots. Again, Pete Loveridge subbed in as the new Salt Lake keeper moments before that second half concluded. Coming in, Kiriazis. Salt Lake will kick first. even despite conceding that goal in the 52nd. What a match for Matteo Luna today. More work to be done if his team is to get the shootout victory here. Nicolas Silva came off the bench today. Will be the first to take a kick for Salt Lake. Nicolas Silva. Denied! Oh, what a start to the shootout for Luna.
You can see just a slight hesitation here and then opens up the hips, but Luna reads it the whole way. Great footwork here from Luna. You can see just stretching at the end. Big time save to give his team the advantage.
Now Luis Trillo, a constant presence in Club America's youth team, started at the U14 level. Calmly slots it home. Excellent start for Club America.
And saving the first one can help take some of the pressure off, and again just picks his spot. Cool finish. An opportunity for Salt Lake to try to get off the spot here. Hashimoto had a fantastic goal to level this match late. Individual moment of brilliance, and big opportunity here to bring Real Salt Lake and try to keep them in this.
High stakes already now in round 2 of this shootout. Can Luna go 2 for 2? Hashimoto stares in. Composed and converted. Critical goal from Hashimoto. Salt Lake converts.
And you can see him going over and giving a little love to his goalkeeper to leverage, saying, hey, we need one from you. But very calm here, stutter steps, just keeping an eye on Luna, sending him one direction, coolly passing it the next, and clever finish.
Castaneda. He's denied. What a save. Leverage stands tall. And Real Salt Lake right back in it.
Yeah, you can see the bench erupt from Real Salt Lake. It's not easy from a goalkeeper's perspective to get subbed in just for penalties. You don't have rhythm. You don't have any momentum in the match. And Leverage is put in for a reason, a specialist, and puts his body behind it. Excellent save here now to make this level at 1-1 after 2 penalty kicks.
Jonah Georges, the third here for Salt Lake. Spent time in a number of U.S. soccer talent ID camps, been a part of the Salt Lake system. 1-1 here in the third round. Georges at the spot. Georges. Oh, got a fingertip to it, did Luna. But slips just on by. Georges converts. And Salt Lake in a good spot now.
Yeah, it's a good little run-up pause at the end, and Luna does well to read it, just not able to get enough of a right hand to it. Georges able to put it in the back of the net.
Now pressure on Club America. Leverage guesses right. It's hooked wide. It was hooked wide anyway. Froylan Perez off target. And now backs against the wall for Club America.
So this game has had swings during the regular 60 minutes. And then penalty kicks, we've seen more of it. Club America getting off to a great start with the save from Luna and now missing the target. Big opportunity now for Real Salt Lake, who had gone down. Now see if they can continue to add to it.
Rowan Martin. Portland native. Huge moment here. Martin thumps it home. 3 goals in 4 rounds for Real Salt Lake, and now Club America must score.
Good finish here. Stepping up from Martin, picks his spot, stays calm. Such a big part of this, keeping that composure. And now the pressure falls to America. Have to score this.
It'll be Valdez. Adonai Valdez. There's center back. Under pressure here. Off the post! Real Salt Lake takes the shootout. What a finish here in Bradenton.
You can see what it means to them. Absolutely circling their goalkeeper, Loveridge, who was substituted onto the match just before it went to penalty kicks, and a match that had drama going both directions. It's desperately unlucky from Club America's perspective to see that go off the inside of the post and not find the back of the net, but a lot of strength of character from Salt Lake to go down a goal, find their way back, and then ultimately get the win in penalty kicks.
What a match here in Florida. Love the sportsmanship here by Georges as well, jogging over to the Club America bench, showing his respects for the match that these two clubs just had, high level. Our Adidas man of the match, Rylan Hashimoto. How could you not, with that move of brilliance to generate space and then the ability to slot it home in the side netting. One of the goals of this tournament. Rylan Hashimoto is your Adidas man of the match.
Yeah, he was tremendous, and he was a player to watch coming into this, their leading scorer, and you could see why. His ability on the ball to tuck inside, and then when you need a big moment to step up, what a fantastic individual moment of brilliance to go one-on-one and pick out that back corner, and the timing of it.
A lot of respect between these two clubs. They gave us an excellent match here to start off day 2 of the Generation Adidas Cup. 1-1 through regular time. Real Salt Lake takes penalties 3-1. Hashimoto got them there. Thanks for joining us for the first of 4 broadcasts here on day 2 of the GA Cup. Much more to come up over the course of this afternoon. But here in Bradenton, after our first game, Real Salt Lake takes it and penalties. This copyrighted broadcast of the 2025 Generation Adidas Cup may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer and Player Development, LLC.